Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Wonder Woman 1984. We just got done watching it. We are actually at home recording, so if you hear some background noise, that is why.
Yeah, roads aren't great.
No.
So here we are.
No, we don't feel like traveling to the studio today. But yeah, we're going to talk about Wonder Woman 84. We're going to talk about how it has lost its certified fresh rating, and golly, I think I have a bit of an inkling as to why that is. So yeah, before we get into it, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over 163,000 subs.
Well, before we do it, should we do like without spoilers and with spoilers, or just do spoilers?
We could give people a warning, I think. Just tell them there are going to be spoilers.
Okay, so we are doing spoilers, so don't listen if you don't want to be spoiled.
We will do the non-spoiler part first and talk about the rating, and then we'll talk about the movie itself.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, so Geeky has spoken.
Yeah.
So here we go. So the big news is that Wonder Woman 1984, now that it is out, has lost its certified fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes just a couple days ago. It was officially certified fresh. They actually used it in a commercial I saw.
Did they really?
They did, and now it's lost it.
I love that. That means something. They act like it means something.
It doesn't mean anything anymore. Now, it was down to 67% as of 8 hours ago, and currently it's down to 65%. So as more people watch the movie, more critics watch it.
Yeah, critics. Let's say critics, because they don't actually.
Yeah.
They don't balance it out with people's opinions and stuff too. No, it's only the critics that have a say, and the critics are voting it down.
Yeah, we're starting to see some other reactions though. Wonder Woman 84 divides audiences. Viewers love it or hate it. I wish Wonder Woman 84 had been about Wonder Woman. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Wonder Woman 84 is not expected to do that well at the box office. Obviously, when you're running it basically for free on HBO Max and most theaters are shut, you're probably not going to do very well. So this is coming from Screen Rant, backpedaling the certified fresh rating it had just a couple of days ago, right before Christmas. It lost its certified fresh rating on review aggregation site Chill site Rotten Tomatoes after facing multiple delays due to the pandemic. Wonder Woman 84 was finally released on Christmas Day. Yada, yada, yada. Early reviews for Wonder Woman 84 were positive, with Screen Rant's own Molly Freeman praising the movie as being filled with hope, love, and wonder. And other critics saying the movie was worth the wait. As of December 17th, the sequel was certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. It had an 89%. Wow, it really fell. Had an 89%. Making it one of the best reviewed DCEU films behind the first Wonder Woman, Shazam, and Birds of Prey.
Well, what's that tell you right there? Behind Birds of Prey.
Yeah, the general consensus for the film was hopeful and optimistic.
Okay. That's not what I got, but okay.
That's not what we got. As more reviews came in, the score later dropped to 80%, but still remained fresh. However, after Wonder Woman 84's initial release in theaters and on HBO Max on December 25th, the sequel has lost its rating. It's no longer fresh. It's stale. Wonder Woman is stale. With 271 reviews and an average rating of 6.3 out of 10 on the tomato meter, the critics' consensus reads Wonder Woman 84 struggles with sequel overload. That's not the only problem, but still offers enough vibrant escapism to satisfy fans of the franchise and its classic central characters.
Not particularly, no.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna probably have to get into spoiler territory here.
Right, so if you don't want to hear any spoilers, then turn this off right now.
Spoiler, it has Wonder Woman in it, and it takes place in 1984.
That's right.
Except they got the arcade machines wrong again.
Yeah, that's the first thing he said.
Oh
that's not right.
God, I get so mad. Every freaking movie where they show an arcade in the 1980s, they tend to have video games that are several years older than they would have had. In this case, it was Operation Wolf in 1984, and that did not happen. I know because I was there, because I'm old. Anyway.
Okay, are we going to do spoilers now?
Let's do spoilers.
Okay, so spoilers. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, you can turn it off now. Go ahead.
All right.
Okay. If you're still listening, you deserve what you get. I don't want to hear it. Do not whine. Okay.
Where do we start?
I don't even know where to begin. I wish it was good.
I wish you would get your wish that it was good.
If I hold on to you,
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah.
And then the
You're supposed to say, yes, I wish.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, I wish that Geeky was happy with this movie because she looked forward to this movie for
Years,
months. We've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And let's just say that the best parts of the movie were shown during the trailer to get you pumped for this movie, which is unnecessarily long, very, very
It's
boring.
unnecessarily long.
Very boring.
It's
very
all over
slow.
the place. It really is all over the place. I mean, I don't know why it had to be all over the place like it was. It could have been condensed so easily.
Of all the villains that they could have put Wonder Woman up against, they could have had some really awesome battles and awesome, visuals. They decided to pit Wonder Woman against a genie with a magic wishing rock, who looks like Trump.
But it's not Trump. I mean,
No.
we were all worried it was going to be Orange Man, bad, Trumpity, Trump. He was more televangelist than he was Trump.
I didn't get the Trump. I mean, other than the hair, I did not get the Trump vibe from Pedro Pascal's Maxwell Lord, who was nothing like the comic book, by the way. And a lot of things. This wasn't like the comic book, but it. Wow, this was like just watching a subpar episode of a weekly superhero show. Like this was like a filler.
This is like several episodes because it was so long.
Yeah, like a really bad season, I guess.
And then the effects were terrible. I mean,
God, they
people
look
were saying
finished
about
in
that.
places.
Well, that's
Yeah.
probably because, they're probably going to say it's because of the pandemic. But yeah, when they had like CG scenes in the flashback to when she was in that competition and stuff, some of the CG of the Warriors doing stuff looked really fake. And then they have a scene where she's supposed to be saving these children from these big like tank-like vehicles. She's clearly holding on to dummies, and they didn't go back in and like fix that.
Right?
And if she landed on those kids like that, they would have died. I don't care how much she was trying to save them. She would have killed them with her own body weight. And her outfit. I love how too she's running around in this white outfit, then all of a sudden she takes it off and she has her superhero metal clothes underneath.
You know what's a big fail for me is she didn't do the Linda Carter Wonder Woman spin to transform.
Oh, well, see, they're not going to do that. But
we did get the invisible jet, kind of.
Yeah, the invisible jet was kind of cool. It was kind of, it was weird how they did it, but it was still kind of neat. And Linda Carter, and it was about the only things that I thought were that great.
I really, like even Kristen Wiig's Cheetah.
Oh, God, the CG on that was terrible.
Oh, my God, it was like watching Cats.
It was like Kristen Wiig in Ghostbusters.
Meets Cats.
Yeah, Ghostbusters meets Cats, because you know how her character in Ghostbusters 2016 is? That's what this was again, except like more of a loser, I think.
Yeah.
I think she had more oomph in the Ghostbusters one.
She reminded me of okay, so there are a lot of things about this that got me, with it being a superhero sequel. And I've seen this so many other times in other better superhero sequels where the main character loses their power, or starts to lose their power. We saw it in Spider-Man 2. We saw it in Superman 2. And it was done much better. Okay? But we also have the nerdy, geeky, scientisty character that becomes a nemesis because they're obsessed and jealous with. We saw it with the Riddler.
Right.
In Batman Forever. We saw it with Electro in Amazing Spider-Man 2. We've seen this many times before.
Right. It's just, jealousy is a bad guy. But this person that seems like a caricature of the nerdy person that wishes they had friends. People aren't going to say, please pay attention to me and stuff like that. They might think it, but they're not going to actually kind of say it.
Well, Squid King said that he thought the magic wishing rock was basically a Twitter rock that you could wish and become your OC.
Yeah, he did. It's what he said when he saw it.
And that's what happened. Regardless of the politics or whatever, I'll be honest, I didn't get the Trump vibe from...
No, I didn't either. And I didn't get it was like the stupid political agenda thing. What we were worried about, I didn't get that.
I didn't get that, but the movie was just not good.
I do appreciate the fact that... they have Steve Trevor come back, and they did it in a way that made sense. It wasn't like he just magically appeared. I was worried about that.
It did not make sense, because, my God, Diana is stupid. I'm just going to show up. I know I'm another guy, but I'm your boyfriend, trust me.
Let me back up. Okay, it made sense in the fact that he wasn't just, back, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They had a reason to make him back that it wasn't, but then he was in a body of somebody else. Like, he wasn't back. Like, he was possessing somebody else's body, but you kept seeing him as Steve Trevor, even though it wasn't him, because you got Chris Pine in there for eye candy. So it's supposed to be Steve Trevor. It actually looks like another guy, but you keep seeing him as she sees him, which is Steve Trevor.
So Ghost.
Basically, but
Ghost.
I do think it was interesting how they brought him back. That was I was wondering how they were going to do that. I think it was cool about the fact, but like it made sense about the fact that you gain something but you lose something. That's typical genie. That's usually what the genie. There's always a twist. There's always
Is it twist?
Well, there's always some kind of you wish for something. There's always be something that gets you, and that's the point.
Pet Cemetery.
You saw like if you read like I like Houseman Castle is like my favorite book ever. If you read Castle, is it Castle in the Sky or Castle in the Air or whatever?
Castle in the Air.
Castle in the Air.
Yeah.
If you've read that before, that's how it works with the genie there too. It's like you gain something, but there's always like it tricks you, and that's kind of like what they did here. And I thought it was interesting that to gain him, she loses her power, and then she had to like lose him again to be able to get it back. I did because you had to be a real strong person to do that. So I get that. However, they made a big deal about saying that throughout history, all these cultures succumb to this wish rock. And the lies that lies therein, but yet somehow our culture magically, because he was projected on all the screens everywhere across the world, which makes no effing sense whatsoever.
Even computers in
didn't even work that way.
1984, they weren't even capable of getting online.
People were on their computers, and it was funny because on the computer screen, they were on their computers, and on the screens was supposed to be this broadcast, and like an amazing detail, which would have been 84 TVs. Internet didn't work that way.
No.
Everything else, there was no way that would have worked.
Operation Wolf was not in arcades either.
But let's be honest here. People in the world aren't good. A lot of people in the world. There's a lot of good people in the world, but there's a lot of assholes in the world, and a lot of people aren't gonna say that they wish their wish didn't happen. They aren't going to. What they say they were calling. You had to
renounce
your wish. A lot of people aren't going to do that.
Oh God, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the episode of Doctor Who, where the Doctor basically turned into Yoda, and to get him back, they all had to want the Doctor back at the same time, and Martha went around and like everybody all at once chant for the Doctor to come back. And
you were like, clap if you believe in fairies.
Yeah, what the hell?
It was pretty dumb.
It was not. God, and now I was like, I was excited because we love the first one. We've said multiple times we love the first Wonder Woman. It was a good movie. It was one of I think one of the best recent superhero movies. And this one just did not feel like it was thought out at all.
Boring. It was all over the place.
Boring. It spent an hour building up, Cheetah, who was worthless anyway.
I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I just didn't care, which to me is actually worse. I mean, that's how I feel about it. I didn't hate it, but I was like, what the hell was that? And it was just like, I don't even care anymore. Like, we're halfway through, not even halfway through, a third of the way through, and I'm like, I just don't care.
I got up to make a sandwich.
He did. I'm
bored.
Care anymore.
Yeah, I didn't hate it.
That's not good.
I didn't hate it. It was very, like, this reminded me of, is Wonder Woman 1984, it should have been called Wonder Woman 1994, because this reminds me of, like, a 90s superhero movie.
Oh, no, see, I would have called it Wonder Woman WTF.
Yeah, right. Okay.
I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that good. I thought it was, I honestly, if we'd gone to the theater to see it, I would have, I mean, I wasn't, like you said, I wasn't angry. I was just disappointed because the first one was such a good, this would be like going to the theater, paying cash money to go see Superman 3 after seeing 1 and 2.
Yeah, to me it just seemed like that. Like it was like that. A couple things they wanted to make sure that there were fan things they wanted to get in there, like the invisible jet and the gold armor and all that stuff.
Carter,
and then and they wrote a story all around it, but it was more about getting the stuff in than it was a cohesive story. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it did make sense. Like I just happened to have this magic golden armor in my office because we got to get a Linda Carter cameo in here.
But I'm saying these are things they wanted to put in because she's known for this or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And it was something people were excited about. But it just really seemed like they picked out some things they wanted to get in there from the comics or from whatever, and they wrote around that instead of like writing an actual cohesive, like here this to this to this to this story.
I'm disappointed that Steve Trevor was not his own grandson.
Oh yeah, like which is kind of creepy, I guess, when you think about it.
So here are some of the audience scores. Now I'm trying to figure out where they're getting. Supposedly it's got 74% positive, but I'm trying to figure this out because most of the ones I'm looking at.
Well, remember they don't count anything unless it's above like a 2-star or something.
Yeah.
So 5 stars count, but 2 stars don't, or whatever.
I don't understand how you're verified if they're streaming it on HBO Max, and unless they went to the theater to see it. That's the only way.
That's something I could think of.
Yeah, anyone who hates this movie has never read a Wonder Woman comic.
Well, you just said Cheetah's don't like the comic, or Maxwell Lord's don't like the comic.
Neither is Cheetah. She did not get her powers by wishing on a magic rock, okay, and turning into a cat's reject.
She was Apex Predator.
For 5 minutes. We got like
it was
5
little,
minutes.
And he literally said, "Oh my God, this is cats," because it was so bad. It was that wasn't as bad as cats.
No.
But it was pretty bad. And he's just like, "Oh my God, now it's cats." And it was
it's like oh God, it just, I didn't hate it, but it wasn't good. I can't say it was good. I think this is a movie that if I was flipping through the channels and I literally had nothing else to watch, I would consider watching about 10 minutes of it before getting bored and flipping to something else.
I want to look at this. This is something weird, okay? Let me just put this out for a minute. Here's one review and listen to the other one. Anyone who hated this movie had obviously never read a Wonder Woman comic. The camp and heart were just like reading George Perez's run on the character. Camp and heart, George Perez, okay. Was the first movie better? Yes. But that doesn't take away that Wonder Woman 84 was a good sequel and had possibly more emotion than the first movie. We need a message like this during these horrible times. Now, look at the next one. I thought this was actually a pretty good sequel. Pat paid attention and kept the same lines through the power of love and truth. Okay, we had the power of love in that one. Could the CGI for Cheetah have been better? Yeah.
A question.
Was the first movie better? Yes. But given the self-indulgent BS we've shoved down our throats by the DCEU and MCU, the sequel holds up far better than most. But they're written in the same way.
Yes, they are. They ask a question, then they say yes, and then, but here's...
Talking about the heart and emotion. It sounds exactly the same.
Could it have been better? Yes.
It's like there's like a beat. There's like they're trying to put out, they're like, these write about these things. I'm just saying that was really weird.
How many of those are they wasted Pedro Pascal and Kristen Wiig as just Apple? Yeah, she felt like she was pulled right out of Ghostbusters 2016.
Yeah, there was no need for Chris Pine. I agree. He wasn't really necessary. They didn't even need him.
Doofus. He was a doofus in this one. Verified. You have to go see this movie. It's a must. Amazing movie. Yeah. Well, this one's verified, and it's like, God. It was not an action movie, but rather a slow.
It was very slow. I didn't think it was a political statement.
I really didn't either. I mean, look, there was, were there instances where it's like, oh, the toxic men, we gotta show them.
Yeah, he did do that a couple times. Yes, that's true.
But it was actually shown that Cheetah she's going too far, and she actually got stopped before she killed a dude.
Yeah.
But I
mean, he did have the whole, all the men are hitting on the women because they're all white, and they're all white sexist men who think that they're owed something from women. They did do that. But it was done in a way that wasn't like,
Yeah, I expected...
to hit you over the head with it 20 times.
Yeah, I mean, especially with it being Pedro Pascal, I expected a literal Trump caricature.
I did too, actually.
And it wasn't. I mean, like you said, the character reminded me more of...
He did the thumbs up off and on a few times, I noticed.
Yeah, but that was kind of an 80s thing.
I think he was trying to get some digs in there, but it did seem like a televangelist than it did Trump to me.
Or, some of the self-help gurus from back then.
Yeah, and they had them, and they were like, send me your money, and you can dream it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's, ask for it, was it name it and claim it mentality?
Yeah, name it and claim it.
That was like a big thing back then. So yeah, that's what it reminded me of more, if I'm going to be fair.
Yeah, it wasn't good, guys. I don't know what else to say. It wasn't a good movie. It wasn't the worst movie ever, but it wasn't a good movie. I would have been let down had we gone to the theater to go see it.
Yeah, I would not have paid for it. Let's put it that way.
And look, I like Patty Jenkins. I was pretty excited that she was going to be doing a Star Wars movie, and now I'm a little less excited.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid it's gonna be just like this. Is what I'm worried about.
Lots of talking.
It was very boring, guys. I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm sorry. It was. It started out like you had these really cool action scenes that, like I said, that were a little bit like you could tell the CG was pretty bad sometimes. But at least you're engaged and it was exciting. And then you start out in the beginning. What was the point of the mall? There was no point for the mall scene other than like, because they needed to get the black market thing in. But other than like
it, to me, that felt like again, we've seen this done better in other superhero movies where it's like, okay, here's the hero doing the hero thing, the setup at the beginning. They did it with Spider-Man. They do it with like, oh, she's been doing the hero thing for a while. So we got a little montage of her doing here's a day in the life of Wonder Woman. But it was kind of corny, and it was,
But yeah, but she like holding, but I don't know, it doesn't seem necessary. It just seemed more like, we're trying, so it was like all the stuff in the beginning that you saw from the trailer. And I didn't understand either that she saved the guy from falling, over the edge, but then she dropped them off the second floor onto a car. Does that make sense to you?
There are a lot of things.
And then there was a lot of things, like she was trying to make sure no one got hurt, but she dropped these guys onto a car, all bundled together. I'm like, that would have killed somebody. But I don't know. It just was all over the place, and it was like, oh, this is what she's been doing with her life, but she's not fulfilled because she misses him.
All right, so we've got some other reactions from such Twitter personalities as Richard B. Slutdragon. Never turned a superhero movie off without finishing it, but stopped Wonder Woman 84 an hour in.
It was slow.
I made a sandwich.
He did.
I literally got up. I didn't even ask you to pause it.
We stopped it for me to go do laundry and stuff. I was just like, eh.
Yeah, so you can't do that in a theater. You can't shut the. I do that. Like, look, there's some not very good superhero movies out there that I will watch as background noise, like Batman Forever. Which is kind of reminding me of, I'll watch it here and there. A couple of good scenes, but not very good. Third act masterpiece. Wonder Woman 84 was amazing. That third act was an absolute masterpiece by Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot and Kristen Wiig. Pedro Pascal stole the movie.
Right, but isn't this see Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman 84 might be the fastest and steepest decline in quality for a major franchise. I've seen atrocious film. You haven't watched the original Christopher Reeve Superman movies, have you? What's his face? Because there's a big drop off from 1 and 2 to 3 and 4.
Yeah.
That's what this felt like to me.
Yeah.
Like, we're not quite in Superman 4 territory, but we're definitely Superman 3-ish.
Well, you know what's going to happen, right? They're all going to blame it on COVID. It's because of COVID.
They couldn't finish the effects, and yeah. Even though this movie's been in the can for like a year. I guess Wonder Woman 84 is not getting rave reviews, but I loved it.
Okay, that's good.
It was amazing.
To. I'm glad you did.
I cried a lot. I just feel like good. Wonder Woman 84 sucked, actually. It's just a bad movie. Haha, sweet cock dude. Who did your... What? I did not love Wonder Woman 84. I think I may need to watch it again. Linda Carter at the end was professional.
I like Linda Carter being in it, even though she looked like she had some work done. But I like Linda Carter being in it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it, guys. Sorry.
I wanted to love it. That's why I said I wish it was good. Because you don't understand, I wanted to love this so much. I was so excited. I've been waiting. And if I'm going to be fair, I can't say that it was the bestest thing ever, because it's not.
4 tweets means it's a bogus narrative that's not good. No, I've seen a lot of YouTube reviews that said it wasn't that good. And, we held off on watching it on Christmas. We were very busy on Christmas. And, we watched it today, and it was like, oh. That's it, huh? Mm-hmm. That's it. All right.
It wasn't good. It wasn't that good, guys. I'm sorry. It was
good.
All over the place, and it really was. It felt like it was the Pedro Pascal movie.
Yeah, it was.
It does seem like it was more his movie than it was.
We got your FaceTime right here. Mm-hmm. We're gonna give you all the FaceTime.
What's that going on? He's mad about the Mandalorians, and now he has to make sure he gets a lot of FaceTime in every movie he does.
He probably had more screen time than Wonder Woman.
I think he did.
I think he did. It was basically it was the Max Lord movie. With guest starring Wonder Woman, so I don't know. I guess they had to set it in 1984 though, because that's before in the DCEU, before Superman shows up. And,
and how about her flying like Superman now?
Yeah,
she kept like putting her arm back behind, like at her side, and the other arm in front, like Superman. They kept putting that in there a lot.
Whatever. I don't think they're already saying there's probably not gonna be a Wonder Woman 3.
Well, I was upset that I didn't wear my underoos for it, but now I'm kind of glad I didn't.
It wasn't underoos
worthy, and that breaks my heart. Like, you don't understand how sad this makes me.
Yeah, she really wanted this movie to be good, and
I was so excited for it.
It wasn't. So we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.